Hey, what's up everybody? Back with another day of tracking my macros. I'm going to show you how I built today's meals. Maybe it'll help you figure out how you can build yours. Do me a favor though, as usual, before we get started, if you find this video to be helpful for you, maybe hit the like button, maybe even the subscribe button while you're sitting there. I do these videos every single day to show you how I'm building my meals. So, I'm doing things a little bit differently again today, trying to mix some things up, and I'm not going to do hardly any snacks throughout the day. What I'm doing instead is I am doing a few different types of meals. So for breakfast, I'm doing like a breakfast burrito. I'm using these nice low-calorie burrito wrap things and doing like putting some egg inside of there. Very simple. Doing something like that I haven't done before. I'm also going to do a snack midday of cereal, probably just after my workout. Normally I would do the cereal as an actual like full meal, usually at the end of the day, to try to get a lot of those carbs in that I'm trying to hit. But I'm actually going to kind of do that in the middle of the day now. So it's almost like today I'm having 4 meals: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then the cereal meal somewhere in between there. So not hardly any snacks on today. In days past, I've done smaller meals throughout the day and then done snacking throughout. So I'm going to change it up a little bit today and get rid of most of the snacks. So very different type of day, but I'm gonna show you how I built it, how I hit my numbers, and let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at how I built today. So as usual, let's start at the top with my overall numbers. Of course, every single day I want to be just a little bit over on my calorie count because I'm trying to add on some muscle, add on some size. So I want to be at least a little bit over, but not more than 50 over. That's kind of my goal range there. You can see here 15 calories over. That's perfect. At the top, a little bit higher on carbs. I'm 27 over on carbs, which is a little bit higher than normal. I'd prefer, if I'm going to be over that high, I'd prefer to be on protein. But this is still okay because it's within my range that I'm kind of shooting for overall. Tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to flip that a little bit. I'm going to try to go again higher on protein and maybe just pull back the carbs just a little bit. So here's how I built my meal. Of course, every single day, the first thing that I add in is actually my pre and my post-workout meal because they're almost the same every single day. It's some variation of a scoop and a half of protein on each one plus some sort of carbs. So you can see here my pre, I've got a scoop and a half of whey protein and then a third of a cup of raisins. Raisins, of course, really nice high carb fruit with hardly any, actually 0 fat. So you can see there, nice pre. My post is a little bit, actually it's the exact same as a lot of my prior days earlier in the month, which was a scoop and a half of protein, half a cup of raisins, half a cup of wasabi peas. I'm shooting for between 90 and 100 carbs on my post-workout meal. And so that gets the job done there. So I added those in first, and then I started working on my meals. So let's start with breakfast. It says Walmart egg here because normally I do the Eggland's Best eggs, which I think are just a little bit better eggs. I just prefer them. I did not have any of those. All I had was the blue carton of Walmart eggs, so I added that as a Walmart egg and put the nutritional macros in. And so I got 2 eggs. The wrap that I mentioned before, the burrito wrap, 2 pieces of Ezekiel bread, and some flavored yogurt, which is 0 fat also. I only did 2 eggs here because of just the fat content. If you look at the 2 eggs, you can see they're 12 protein, but 10 grams of fat. And typically on my breakfasts, I'm only getting like 1 gram of fat. If you actually look at, don't look at that one, but here was one that had, let me see, my breakfast here had less than 1 gram of fat. So the preference for me is very low fat on the breakfast. So because my eggs are so high in fat, I only did 2 of them for this particular meal. Let's get back to that. Okay, so 12 and a half total grams of fat on this one, 38 grams of protein, which I don't love. Typically my breakfasts, because I'm doing liquid egg whites normally, are higher in protein. I'm just out of those today, so I'm kind of moving some pieces around. So a little bit of a different breakfast than normal. My lunch is not different. It's the same as I have on a lot of days, which is the pouch of Uncle Ben's whole grain rice, and then 2 buffalo chicken patties, vegan patties, or whatever you want to call them, veggie patties, and then some a little bit of Greek yogurt, non-fat, non-flavored as well. So just 1/4 of a cup, not too much there, but just a kind of a standard lunch for me. Let's skip the pre and the post. We saw that. Now let's go to dinner. Dinner is a sweet potato. I've got some ground turkey that I'm making tonight. I'm just going to add a cup of guacamole. When I say a cup, I don't mean a measuring cup. I mean the little portable cups that they come in. And then again, some more Greek yogurt, non-fat, non-flavored as well. And I like, you see that Greek yogurt a lot in my meals because it reminds me of sour cream. It has a similar smell to sour cream and a similar taste. It's almost kind of weird, and I like sour cream a lot. So that's why I use that stuff on quite a few of my meals. So that's my dinner, nothing too crazy here. And then let's look at the snacks. Snacks, you can see here is the cereal I mentioned before, the Raisin Nut brand, which is my favorite cereal, nice high carb and not super crazy on fat and sugars. And then of course 2 cups of milk. I got another Greek yogurt. This is the flavored one, similar to what I ate for breakfast because I really needed some protein here, and it has 0 fat, which is nice. And then a frozen fruit bar. I buy a particular brand that's 15 grams of carbs, no fat at all, which is nice as well. That is the entirety of my build for today. Of course, with all of that said, those are my numbers at the top. Here's my total that I ended up consuming. The numbers on top are what I consumed, the black numbers under are what my targets were. So you can see here I'm just a little bit over on everything. And 3709 calories consumed. Of course, we know that I was 15 over, so just under 3,700 is my standard goal. So this is how I built today's. Again, I sort of plugged these in and moved some pieces around until it worked out for me. I think this is gonna keep me full and satisfied throughout the day, and I'm not gonna feel like I'm eating too much, but I'm also gonna feel like I'm eating enough. So that's how I built it. Let me know if you got any questions, and we'll see you at the workout portion.
Every day I feel her eyes looking down on me as I try to run away. Whoa, 'cause all she wanted was somebody to hold. Whoa, 'cause if she holds on any tighter I'll be waiting to explode. I love the way she looked when she said go, babe, but her eyes said no. Babe, she grabbed her 45 and told me this will be the last face that you see. Had nothing to lose except everything we wanted to hold on to. She stole my mail, she keyed my car, then she broke into my room. And after that, she said she'd kill herself if I'm not